You wear it well. What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live once again, a little bit ahead of schedule. I'm getting my walks in, man. Had a crazy brunch, ate a little bit too much, had a killer workout, and spoiled it all at the same time. So I'm contemplating. People. We know Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Those guys are in Dallas, Texas. I live 2.5 hours from there. Thinking about going there, you know? I wonder what you guys should say, what you guys think about it. You know, I do my classic lives with my drums down in the trenches with you guys. And I know it goes all the way live, especially when Mike Tyson comes aboard to do anything. You know, to speak, to talk, to train, to fight, to do all of these, right? Bars. And I was thinking, maybe I should go down to Dallas, Texas, okay? Maybe I should go down there, hang out a bit, meet some celebs, do some networking, you know? Fizz in the biz. Counterpunch to you. St. Don. Kurt, what time Mike start there? It's at 7 o'clock p.m., so that's probably 1 in the morning where you're at. If you're in the UK, it's 6 hours up. Well, yeah, it's 6 hours because it's central. So Dallas is central time. You know, Dallas, Chicago, central time. Don't think they will let you in with your drums. Yeah, I know, right? That would be cool, man. I come in with those. Yeah. But no, man, I was really thinking about going there because, you know, it's been going through my mind, and I got a friend of mine that's going. She's going, and she invited me to go to Martin Lawrence, and I'm like, I can't go because the fight's going on. Now I know it's Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. It's a celebrity thing or whatever. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. St. Don, but you know, still, nonetheless, I still want to go there live. I think that would be big. You know, just to go there, stick my head in. You know, probably stay there to Saturday or Sunday morning because the event's Friday, you know. So, yeah, I think it'll be pretty dope, man. And I want to know what you guys would think about that. We got 24 in the building. Let's all pray Mike ends the shit show in round 1. You know? Something tells me, though, some strange reason it tells me that's something, meaning that people may not want him to go away. See, if someone's a problem, if it gets solved, then it's no longer a problem, right? And I think Jake Paul is that problem that doesn't want to be solved. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that it's a thing of these guys, someone just coming in and saving the day. Yeah, it would be ideal in a perfect world that Mike Tyson, knowing what he's been doing since, 11 or 12 years of age, come in, show Jake Paul the business, take him out, knock him out, be the guy of the hour, right? And we'll talk about it for the next, years to come. Like, you remember that Jake Paul guy that used to see, you know, and he used to beat a lot of old people, and then Mike Tyson came and knocked him out. You remember that? You know, we could still be talking about that on Counterpunch Boxing News in 2030, right? So that seems like ideal. That seems like that's what could happen, but I don't necessarily know if it will happen the way that goes down. I don't think so. I just don't like Jake Paul. Well, it's not the fact I don't like Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul is very exciting. I just don't think that he is really about what he says he's about. If he was really about being a boxer, you wouldn't be fighting celebrities and basketball players and old, retired, past their prime UFC guys. You wouldn't be doing that if you were trying to be a legitimate pretender in the fight game. Okay, you wouldn't be doing that. You would be fighting guys, sure, some of those guys you haven't heard of, sure, but you would eventually be going to that person that is kind of probably behind the heel, but he's still boxing, he's still active, important, active, not inactive, active fighters. And then that would show you like, hey, okay, this is where you need to go. This is where you need to be. This is what you need to do, you know, and you're going through the ropes. You're climbing those steps slowly. You're slowly climbing those steps to get where you say you want to get. We haven't seen that from Jake Paul. And Jake Paul, you know, it's crazy because it's not like he's trying to do the Mickey Rourke kind of path. See, that was a guy that was actually trying to leave acting to become a heavyweight or a boxer, not a heavyweight because he wasn't heavyweight. He was trying to become a professional prize fighter, right? That he was actually about that. Foot Noose in the building. Charlie, Ford 220. You don't think he has the face that you just want to punch? Yeah, you want to see him punch. You want to see him get punched out. I would love to see him get knocked out. I mean, fighters get knocked out all the time. Why not Jake Paul? If you're in this game and you call yourself wanting to be a real fighter, but you know you're not doing real things, sure. I think something really should happen to you. Greenmont Avenue in the building. Counterpunch to you, brother. I'm gonna start this poll real quick. Jake Paul versus Trump. That's crazy. Ark Ash in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Big up. St. Don. Carl Froch came out with a great quote. I want to see Jake Paul ironed out El Sparko like he been tasered. Yeah, it would would make headlines. I mean, he's already been beaten. I don't think that's enough. Because, see, because here's the thing. I think Jake Paul ran out of gas because he knew how competitive it was to fight somebody his own age. You see what I mean? If this fight is real, Mike's going to get hurt in the late 6 to 8 rounds. Well, Roy Jones Jr. said he still had energy. But understand, that was when Mike was 54 years old. That's a big difference being 54 and 58. Remember that. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. Come debate me then. I don't watch fights like that. I mean, what is the point wasting your time on that? It's entertainment, man. It's like half the fights that a lot of people put on. Look at Al Heyman. Look at Al Heyman and the shit he got going. Think about it. Look at Al Heyman with the fights that he has going on. The fights that he puts people in front of. Like, okay, the Charlos, Tank, you know, AB when he was still around and still, you know, down. Look what fights he had. What was those fights? Those fights were against nobodies. And then you say, oh, man, I don't want to watch this. Well, I mean, it's pretty much entertainment anyway. You haven't seen the video of Jake Paul and Trump posting like they're about to fight. Hilarious. No, I haven't seen it. Wilder is fighting Charlie Z in a warm-up fight. LOL. Nah, I don't think Charlie Z want no more Wilder. Wilder almost killed him. That was back when Wilder was young. And you can tell by his body structure. Wilder looks like he is shriveled up. And this is what actually the live stream about. I was just trying to appetize you guys. And with the question of asking you guys about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, because that's going to cover Thursday and Friday of next week. We've done the fight prediction. The weigh-in is tomorrow. The final press conference, I think, is today or tomorrow. So, you know, it's Friday. Frederick Anderson, Friday at 7 p.m. Netflix. Be there. Be there. And it's not pay-per-view. So I don't see how I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to watch the fight, because it's free. You're not paying $79, $89, $99, $100 to see this shit. You know? Wilder is done. No fitness, no running. Career over. Okay, so Orbit scale models. So that you're telling me that's what he needs? That means he needs fitness? That means he needs running to start his career or to take his career seriously? Is that what you're telling me? Because this is the road back. Now, people, we start the live stream of the true topic of the live. It's Deontay Wilder. Yes, 7 p.m. Frank Anderson. Time zone. Central time zone. Okay? Look that up, because I don't know what time it will be in Sweden. Shout out to Sweden. Savage 64. Oh, hell no, gang. I popped my bed again, bro, on Phonam Graves. Okay. Not sure how true it is. I heard he has a fractured skull, Wilder. Hey, he had a dented skull, not a cracked skull, a dented skull. Dented like this dimple. I see, I got hit like here, right here. You know who hit me? God. Wilder just needs a good enough team, not full of yes men. Okay, Ark Ash. The J. Roos theory in the building. What's up, J. Roos? Counterpunch to you, brother. I think I'm 7 hours ahead, so I'll be 2 a.m. If you're an hour ahead of the UK time, that means exactly what it means. You're 7 hours. Because the farthest over I've ever went was Turkey. So I was in Istanbul, and they're 8 hours ahead of where I am right now. So there you go. But no, man, Wilder, he talked a good game. He said a good speech. He was just like, I'm ready. Everybody has said I was down. Everybody say quit. I've been taking L's before I got with this shit. Bars. Yo, brother, what's your real intake on Jake Paul and Mike? I know it's not the best topic. Just wondering what's your thoughts. Okay, as champ. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul is going to go very simple, unless it's not fixed. If it's fixed, we're really looking at a circus. But if it's not fixed, we're going to see someone older challenge themselves against age to fight someone younger with less skill and everything else. But then, because of the age, Jake Paul has everything else, if that makes sense. It's like the stamina, the conditioning, the agility, the youth. All that matters, though, until you get hit. See, if Mike can hit him early, he needs to hit him early. Like any older fighter or any older person. See, this is what it comes down to. Mike Tyson is 58 years old. Let's imagine Mike Tyson at a barbecue. Let's imagine him at a barbecue. And let's imagine Jake Paul's at that same barbecue. And let's imagine Jake Paul says something to piss Mike off. And then a fight starts instantly, because that's how a fight starts. It starts like, hey, what did you say, mother? And then that fight starts. Well, what happens in that situation is, right? What happens in the next 3 to 10 seconds, right? Maybe 15. But more than likely, 3 to 10 seconds, that's what happens. That's how Mike has to take this. Not saying he needs to shoot his wad all the way through, but every punch that he throws, it has to mean something. It can't be like, hey, let me give you a setup shot to land that one knockout shot, or let me, hey, work the body down until Jake gets tired. No, he doesn't have the stamina for that type of shit. What he needs to do, set up a shot, set him up, set a trap, take him out, go home. He's done it many, many times. It's not the fact that Mike can't do it. It ain't having nothing to do with what he can't do. It's what if he can do it that night. That's all it has everything to do with. You know what I mean? Does he have the energy to do so that night? Does he still have in that limited gas tank, in that 58-year-old frame that's constantly diminishing. Let's face it, his legend, the legacy grows, but the physical declines. You ever seen an actor? Like anybody you see every day. I mean, everybody you see every day. Let's take somebody that everyone knows, okay? Let's take someone, Nicolas Cage. Let's take Nicolas Cage. You take him and you're looking at him now. No, better yet, Al Pacino, because he's older. Everyone knows Al Pacino, right? So Al Pacino, you run into Al Pacino. What you see, besides the legacy, besides all the movies and all the money and all the moments and experiences and the times that you witness him do the best of his craft, and you see him this present day, right? November 12th, is it the 12th? Right? November 12th, 2024. And you see Al Pacino. The first thing you'll probably see is, hey, that's Al Pacino. But if you don't even notice it's Al Pacino, you're just going to see an old man. You're just going to see an old man. Like, damn, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that Al Pacino? But you're going to see someone old, and you're going to look at him, you know, because you've been watching them probably all your life. You know, and through The Godfathers and The Scent of a Woman and The Heats and the, you know, all these and The Devil Advocates and, you know, all these type of movies that he's been in over all these years. He's just old. You know, you see Mike Tyson, you're like, oh man. And it's all a matter of fact of when you saw that person. When you saw that person, he was what? Oh man, I saw him, he was young, dude. His neck was real thick, he had a flat top, he had the little part right there. Well, the Mike we have today don't have no hair. He got white chili. And he has a bald head. You know? So people get older. Just because you see them on television doesn't make them supernatural. It doesn't make them invincible. Mike gonna get frustrated and then commit a foul to get out of there. I can live with that. I mean, at least as long as he don't get knocked out or humiliated, I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? Because that could always lead to another fight, unless he bites Jake's ear. Dude, if he bites Jake's ear, it's gonna be massive. Mike Tyson will be known as the animal. I'm an animal because I will fucking kill you, or I'll bite you, or I'll beat you, or I'll do something to you, and you will remember me forever. I like the big Paul's ears. I like how it tastes. He tastes like high quality bacon. And I don't even eat pork no more because I'm Muslim. Do you think Wilder's first fight back should be with Tremaine Jackson? Who's Tremaine Jackson? Sup 55th Street. You 5 me. Quad Life, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. It's 11:05 Friday in Kiwi land. Nick Guy, counterpunch to you, brother. Yo, bro, what's your real? Okay, I already got that. Had to go back. Let's see here. So he needs to show himself early. Yeah, I see that. You're saying, bro, same opinion. Yep, adds champ. That's exactly what he needs to do. He ain't got the energy to play around. See, when you get older, you don't have time to waste. You got to get shit done so you can go home. Go home, get a massage, you know, chill out. You know he's gonna have a press conference after that and stuff. So when he leaves there, he's gonna want to get pampered with a check, a nice fat ass check for going into the ring, because he went in there again. He got in the square circle. You know what I'm saying? And he went in there and did it, knocked him out. You know, this is going on his official box rec. Remember that. This is going on his official box rec. One thing is to know how to something is another to actually do it. Yeah, you know how to do it, man. I mean, it's just like anything, you know. Wilder should fight Kalnaki next if Kalnaki isn't retired. Nah, I don't. You know what? Kalnaki, if he wanted to get a check, he should, but Kalnaki's already punchy. If you notice, if you heard from Kalnaki, he sounds punchy. He didn't sound like the brightest kid in the world anyway, but he did sound punchy whenever he spoke, especially the last couple losses. Dude has lost 5 in a row. The dude was like 20, was he 20-0 and 15 KOs? He's 20-0 with 15 KOs with 5 losses. So no, I don't want him to fight Kalnaki, because I mean, unless Kalnaki, is broke or something, because the poor bastard just got married when he took his first loss to Helenius. Then he took his second loss to Helenius. Then he got beat by 3 other dudes after that. Dude, I never seen someone deteriorate that fast. But it shows you something about Adam Kalnaki for a second, and any fighter really. It shows you that once a fighter gets found out about, once the blueprint has been engineered, it's over. It's absolutely over. See, that's what happened to him. Everyone's like, oh, he ain't got no defense. Adam don't have no defense. He has offense, sure. He's a good combination fighter. He's not a power puncher, but he's a good combination fighter. He's a volume puncher. He's a guy that you would love to see in there with someone like Otto Weiland, because Otto Weiland is also not a power puncher. So those guys, it could probably be a war with the matchmaking. But if you get him in there with somebody that can punch, which is damn near 80 to 85% of the heavyweights that we have today, that can hit you with a right hand or a 1-2 combination and take your ass on Queer Street or drop you or stop you, you're messing up. That's not the right person you want to put him in there with. So to answer your question on Deontay Wilder fighting him, I don't think that would be a good idea for any fighter. Why? Because for one, Adam Kalnaki's already damaged. I don't think he's durable anymore. I think he's got hit so many times to every nerve in his body, every pressure point that he has upstairs has been exposed. They're open and they're available to be cut on and cut off by one shot. So that won't help Wilder know if he got his punching power back or anybody else. So Wilder needs someone that has a durable enough chin to make him have the confidence to know that he's back, not Adam Kalnaki. Adam Kalnaki is just as worse as the person that knocked him out, Robert Helenius. Robert Helenius doesn't have a chin either. That's why he had to juice himself, because he knew he was fighting AJ, because everybody know AJ can punch. So he knew, nah, let me take a little something extra so I can, get that going and be ready to show him a little something. And that's what he did. You see how he scathed and abrased AJ up? He roughed that boy up, man. He put nicks and shit all over him. He took it to AJ, bro. He was ta. He was throwing those wild shots, and he was bigger. He was longer. Yeah, he was doing that to AJ. As soon as AJ caught him, boom, he was out. He was out. So, yeah. So is Adam Kalnaki. He won't do anything fighting Adam Kalnaki. He needs a big fight. See, Wilder don't have time. See, Wilder has talked himself up on a platform that he can no longer go backwards. There's no regrouping for him. There's no, hey, let's search and no. He's going to get all the money. It's all or nothing. Right? So true, Kurt. One thing to know how to do something. All right, we already got that one. Wilder should fight Kalnaki. No. Jay, you should go see Mike Tyson and Jake Paul live. If Jake hurts and beats him, Mike, jump in there and beat his ass or challenge him to a fight. I'm not jumping in anywhere because I ain't going to jail. Y'all trying to put me in jail. I thought you liked my videos. If I get in jail, I can't do videos inside jail. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I'm in jail. No, not doing that. But what I will do is call them out if things go wrong. That is a good idea. And then have somebody, hey, fight me. Have somebody record it. I'll go over there with Showbiz and tell Showbiz if he knocks out Mike or hurts Mike to a point where it's embarrassing and he knows he's doing it. Like, see, here's the thing, though. Let's say Jake Paul hurts Mike. and he keeps hitting Mike. That would infuriate everyone, because at that point you would know, like, bro, he's hurt. He's 58. You hit him. You're 27. We get the point. You know what I mean? It's almost like you hit somebody and you know they're leaning and you know they're about to fall and you hit them again. Just like when Ali had the opportunity to hit George Foreman again, but he didn't. That's character. That's mercy. That's empathy. Understand that. If Jake Paul does some fuckboy shit like he hit Mike and he knows Mike's going down and he hit him, that's evil. That's evil. That's evil. So if he's there, I'm calling him out. If he does that, if he gets knocked out, it won't be, you know, I mean, he's knocked out. But if he hurts Mike, I'm going to call him out. And I'll get showbiz. Hey, show, record this shit. You know, fight somebody that actually fought, that ain't over the hill. Fight somebody that has a chance based on his youth or age to beat you. Fight me. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to call him out. DeVille, you ain't 44. Scans France, how old am I? How old am I? The audio and video always behind, man. DeVille feeling frisky. Yes, let's be honest. Joshua has a better resume than Fury. So when Fury loses to Usyk again, Joshua is second best of his era, as Dubois is a part of the next generation. Well, I mean, they all lost. They should fight each other, though. You know, but understand, if Tyson Fury loses to Usyk, they would just be some guys that all got beat by one guy, right? And as long as that one guy keeps fighting, he will be the guy that you're supposed to be looked at, viewed, and admired. You see, it's almost like this, okay? Let's look at, and by comparison, let's look at Oscar De La Hoya and let's look at Felix Trinidad. So we got Oscar De La Hoya, Felix Trinidad, one from Puerto Rico, the other from East Los Angeles. Both the same age, damn near the same height. They fought on September 18th, 1999, fight of the millennium. It was boring as shit. Oscar De La Hoya boxed and moved the whole fight. U44 Jake 27 on steroids. Sure, you can take him. T Swift. Nah, but see, the thing is, I'm not 58. I'm not 58 either. You know? So I'm 14 years younger. That's a big difference. At this moment, America only got Wilder, Big Baby Miller, Hunter, and Jared Anderson, and possibly Richard Torres and Jermaine Franklin. This guy will destroy Jake if he wanted. Well, no, I mean, see, the thing is, I'm not dumb. I wouldn't fight nobody I know I couldn't beat. Because like everybody asks me, man, would you fight Lennox Lewis? I wouldn't fight Lennox Lewis right now. Because I'm afraid of him. Because I'm afraid what could happen, basically. Not him as a man. I just know, man, I get in there and this dude connect with one of them right hands. This dude is going to bless me with an SSI check for the rest of my life. I'm going to be doing videos like, what's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille's Counterpunch Boxing News. And I have some new news concerning Lennox Lewis. Kurt, what about Deontay Wilder versus Martin McCauley? No, bro. No. What are you guys trying to do? Listen. No. Why are you talking about Martin McCauley? You know that dude's a killer. He's a hungry African savage. And you want to put Deontay Wilder in there with him. What are y'all trying to do? What are y'all trying to do? I'm running. Exactly. What are y'all trying to do? You're trying to kill Wilder. They trying to kill me. Yeah, they are. Put him in there with Martin McCauley. We know what happened to Jermaine Franklin, and Jermaine's a young bloke. See, he's supposed to have been fast enough, sharp enough to do what Michael Hunter did, dance around and, no. But no, bro, come on, man, I said, look, I just don't want him to fight someone damaged already, like Adam Kalnaki or Robert Helenius or someone that's damaged. I want him to fight someone that has somewhat of a durability or a reputation or a durable chin that can take a shot, to let us know and, to give him confidence, to give the fans confidence that he can still punch. Okay? And then even the fact that Wilder's still being tough, because he's still tough, even when Zhang hit him and twirled him around and hit him again, he got up. He didn't do what AJ did, that breakdancing, ass in the air, hands, head down shit. He didn't do that. So, I mean, if we're going to compare defeats, Joshua's defeat was worse. He got knocked down 4 times. Wilder got caught with 2 shots, right? And was down, but he got up. His legs wasn't under him, okay? And that ref wasn't having that. Big Baby Miller or Ruiz? Again, no, hold on. I'm gonna get like Oscar De La Hoya on you guys. You guys act like Eddie Hearn. You guys don't know how to matchmake. I know how to matchmake. Jarrell Miller's like a big warthog. He can take any shot. Ruiz is Mexican. He has a beard like Julio Cesar Chavez. No. You guys matchmake like Eddie Hearn. Edward. You guys matchmake like Edward. No, dude. Them dudes' chin's too good, bro. They know. It would look good, but let's say no. Those guys, no. Now, Jarrell Miller I would want to watch that fight just due to the history that they have. Yeah, I would love for that fight to happen. And it's like Wilder, he's going for the gusto. He's going for all the money. So maybe, just maybe, Jarrell Miller may not have enough clout for the money that Deontay Wilder would want. Your knowledge of the 80s and the early 90s boxing is pretty good for your age. I mean, that's where listen. When I got in trouble as a because I was a bad kid, man, because I had strict parents. And the only way I could really do stuff is when I used to just run off. It's almost like House Party. Anybody ever seen House Party? He knew he had to stay gone, so you better do everything you got to do before you get home, because you ain't gonna go home. You're not gonna leave for a long time. That's how I looked at it. I'm like, okay, to be out 2 hours past the hour. I didn't have a curfew. I just had the time I was supposed to be home, right? Yeah, this thing sucks. Yeah, Tyron Booth. Yeah, I think Tyron is like a heavyweight now. Is it Tyen? Ty Booth? Speaking of durability, Foreman seemed to have it until the end of his career, from the first and second career. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. There should be someone for Wilder as a comeback fight that has a name. Well, maybe. Maybe, dude. I don't know. Did AJ lose all his fundamentals due to the beating hit? He got hit so hard by Triple D. I don't know. We'll see. This ain't about AJ. This is about Wilder. And I got 5%. And I don't think I'm going to be anywhere near a Charger soon. So if it powers down, it's just gone. So anybody knows, I got 5%. So I'm actually walking. Yeah, it might last. AJ kind of felt sorry for Triple D. Triple D because everybody made fun of Triple D. He shouldn't feel sorry no more. I don't know what he's on now. No, I thought the Bacoli in the chat called the People's Champ looks like Tyron Booth, a failed comedian, boxer in the UK. I remember him. I used to watch him. Dude, I used to watch him, man. He, a couple years ago, I guess he found out about my channel or whatever. I did a couple videos on him. And he said something like, I can't remember what it was. He was like saying like, bring it. I think Tyron Booth would give you a pretty good spar because he's kind of an awkward fighter. And he's big as I thought he was. He's cool with, I could get in touch with him very easily because he knows Dean. He knows Dean White really well. And I know Dean White really well. So, you know, but I mean, it would be no money in it for me. I ain't, you know, give me Jake Paul. I ain't worried about Ty Booth. Give me some global shit. I don't want somebody that, you know, that used to be something that could have been. Because, you know, Ty Booth was a guy that, you know, Chris Eubank beat. And his last fight, he quit. He quit in his last fight. He pulled a, what do you call that guy's name? What's that guy's name that Wilder beat up? Charlie Z. I know Charlie Z was a punk, but he kind of did some shit like that. Kurt suggested he needs someone who is like in between style fighter, not too hard, but not too easy. There you go. There you go. Exactly. Because if anything, man, you know, we need somebody that's going to give him confidence. We need somebody that can take a decent shot. And we don't need someone that's completely shot. Okay? Because if that's the case, you're not going to, you know, we're not going to prove anything. All that's going to happen, all the alphabet boys are going to come in, and then they're going to be, oh, he's back, and he's this, he's that. And then in reality, he won't be. He won't be at all. And let's see. Okay. This would be backwards. Hold on a second. Right when you put it in there. Boom. Cool. All right. So we're back in action. Like Action Jackson. Okay, Ruiz or Joyce? Ruiz or Joyce? Ruiz or Joyce? Probably Joyce. Joe Joyce would be good for him, but maybe he's already shot. It would have been better for Wilder if he wouldn't have got beat. If he would have fought Wilder, if Joyce would have fought Wilder instead of Zhang, we would have probably had a whole different fight. Because that actually would have been a pretty good fight. And then what would have happened? People would have thought, oh man, Wilder's back. He just flatlined Joe Joyce. But understand, Joe Joyce, his durability, I believe, is not where it used to be, definitely. Because you went down against Chisora. That tells me Chisora is not, don't get me wrong, he'll knock you out. Don't get in a street fight with Chisora. He'll probably headbutt you and then, you know, do something strange to you. It's a clout fight, nothing much. What do you mean shot? Wilder is the most shot boxer in the sport. No, he's not. He's not the most shot boxer in the sport. No, he's not. A shot boxer is a fighter that's worthless. He can't do anything no more. You understand, he fought Joseph Parker, which totally took him by surprise. Then he fought Zhilei Zhang, which Zhilei Zhang showed us that he's more than meets the eye. Okay, he did something to a fighter that's never been done before. So then he drops Wilder. Obviously, Zhang hits a lot harder than someone like Joseph Parker. So Zhang has extraordinary power. Okay, that's the difference. So you're saying, oh, he's shot because he got dropped by Zhang. Well, Zhang did that to everyone he's been in there with. That's including Hrgovic, Parker, Joe Joyce, Wilder. He's done the same thing to him. He's dropped him. He showed him that he has true, legitimate power. So for you guys saying, oh, Wilder's shot. Well, I think what you're seeing is something that's always been. Wilder's always been an underachieving boxer because no one wanted to teach him shit for some stupid reason. You sabotaged him by not teaching him how to properly fight when he did rise in the rankings. Like, what did they think that was going to happen with Wilder? What did they think was going to happen with Wilder? They think, because eventually he's going to have to go in there with somebody that can box. And I guess they were like, okay, put him in there with Luis Ortiz. After he survived Luis Ortiz, they were like, oh God, thank God. So we don't have to train him like we should have. But understand, he's fighting guys that have been training since they were 6, like Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is not extraordinary. Say what you want to say about Tyson Fury. The dude knows how to box. Ask Alexander Usyk about that. You think Usyk came out of that fight unscathed? See, that's what Wilder was up against. Guys that could actually fight. Guys that could actually box. So what you're saying is, oh, he's shot. No, he just wasn't all that anyway. He just had power. So we need to know if he still has the power. That's what we need to figure out, because if he doesn't have that, he is completely 100% done. Usyk is won by an absolute mile. Well, he's won by an absolute win. Because, a split decision win is one thing. People, you need to understand how that was a competitive fight. What's good, Kurt? Vincent N, what's up, brother? Are you going live for the press conference tomorrow, 6 p.m. your time? Absolutely. Vincent N, thank you for reminding me. I knew that, so tomorrow's Thursday. So I guess the weigh-in will be tomorrow too then. Yeah, I was asking about Charles Martin too. Oh, Charles Martin. That's a good guy. Put him in there. Put Charles Martin in there. Because, what did he go, 10 rounds with Anderson? And then he staggered Anderson. Wilder is done, but some fool will pay and pretend he's got it. Okay, Bill. Here we go. Let's see him. Let's see what Wilder has. I think he has something left. I don't know what it is, but he has something left. But whatever he has, I wish the power he still has. Okay? 2025 Wilder comeback. Canelo's Floyd's son. Canelo my son, Cotto my son, Pacquiao my son, all of them. I gave birth to all of them. They all came out my nutsack. Take that. Pilsener Ortiz, low level, Hellenius. How many losses is allowed before we give up on him? Well, see, this day and age, not too many. Maybe one more, then he's done. People will just see. We as boxing fans have to remember something. As long as these fighters want to prove themselves, let them. It's not our job to pay them, not necessarily, because we have Turkey Al Sheikh. See, it used to be Who could sell the most tickets? Who could show up at these events? You know, the true dedicated, able fans can go to these fights, you know? But understand this for a minute. Turki Al-Sheikh is paying all these guys. He's paying them all, right? Paying them all. So we don't have to pay them. We don't have to buy a, oh my God, $70 pay-per-view no more. We don't have to pay that shit. Now that was getting on my nerves because, you know, we want to see fighting, but how bad do you want to see somebody that has 5 or 6 losses, right? And losses he shouldn't have received in our minds. AJ got Klitschko, Parker, and White, who are all better than Wilder. I don't know. Well, you know, because see, all right, put him in there with White. That's a good fight. Wilder and White. Let's do it. The old WBC champion and champion junior. Right? Let's see. Wilder can beat Otto Weiland, the man who did very well against Fury. Yes. Put him in there with Otto Weiland. Put him in there with one of those guys. I understand what Wilder was saying is, well, they got him in Parker. See, Parker had 3 fights already in the year of 2023. He had 3 fights. Otto Weiland was a guy that was known to bust up Tyson Fury. He didn't beat Tyson, but he busted up Tyson. They gave everybody a scare, right? Marlon Thornell in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. So put him in there. Put him in there with Otto Weiland. Put him in there with Otto Weiland. Parker is severely underrated. He's a machine. Put Parker in there with Danny Dubois. The question you ask yourself, how would Danny Dubois do against AJ at that night? And you know something? I don't think he would have beat AJ that night of the Days of Reckoning. He fought Jarrell Miller, sure, but I don't think he would have beat AJ that night. You know, I don't think that would have happened. See, it was all about matchmaking, though, anyway. See, what Wilder was saying was like, well, they put my ass in there with Parker. Maybe if they put Otto Weiland in there with me, I would have knocked Otto Weiland out, too. Matter of fact, I wouldn't have made him quit. I would have knocked him out. I would have made his legs quit. I would have made his chin quit because I would have put him down to the canvas. I would have caught him with that right hand and silenced him. Wilder choose not to fight, though. Them Samoans are tough as fuck. Surprised there is not more Pacific Islander boxers. Well, most of them are playing football. That's what most dudes are doing. Like most African-American men are playing football. And you know, the irony of it is they're still getting CTE. They're still getting brain damage. But, pow! Taking those head blows, bro. All that damage to your body. That shit's still giving them those type of issues. Brain trauma and damage and, yeah. White's chin, I'm not sure, is it up for it? Hit him with an egg in uppercut, and he will be close to flatline or even have a chalk line around him. Oscar Henao in the building. You're right, bro. What do you do? But you know, everybody's saying, oh man, AJ's resume is better than Wilder. We all know that. But all I'm saying is put Wilder in there with those guys. Otto Weiland, Dillian White. I want to see these fights. It ain't the fact of who's better. I want to see these fights because we're not going to know who's better until they fight each other. But what we can do is start with the competition that they fought. So if Joshua is known to fight and beat Otto Weiland, Dillian White, Vladimir Klitschko, we can't worry about Klitschko. He's not fighting no more. But what we can do, take Dillian White and fight Deontay Wilder. Somebody make that fight happen. Somebody call Turki Al-Sheikh. Make the fucking fight happen. Get Dillian White in there and Deontay Wilder in there. Get DW plus his DW. Let's see who's better. Let's see who's the best. They got beef. Am I wrong or am I not wrong? Isn't Dillian White supposed to have been the first one that put it to Telly Swift? Come on now. Kurt, you starting something. No, I'm just, that's the rumor. That's the rumor. Those guys have history. J. Roos theory, am I right or am I wrong? Didn't Telly Swift supposed to have been with Dillian White, then Jarrell Miller, then Deontay Wilder? I could be wrong. That's just what I heard. The People's Champ, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Dillian White has to get on the next big card. You think so? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So, like, look, they got history. It's just Jarrell Miller was just that dude. It was like, yeah, I smashed, I busted first. You know, ain't a bad person to be bragging about your bust or you had sex too, you know? Because that girl is fine. Money is never a problem. That's why he will stay around. Man, you got to think about it. If you're Wilder and you know you have an equalizer and punch and you know you're tough, you don't have to have skill. You just got to get that punch off. That's why in that Zhang fight, he was just trying to get that one shot off. And he hit Zhang with it. Zhang was too heavy for one. Wilder was too light for two. And I don't even know if he caught him flush for three. Let's just be real. Deontay Wilder versus Michael Hunter. He'll be a fool to fight Hunter. He don't want to fight Hunter. Because Hunter would box his face off and then Michael Hunter will end Deontay Wilder's career. Simply based off the fact Michael Hunter is so underrated to the point it's pitiful. The guy's been in there with everybody. The big-ass, new and improved George Foreman from Africa, Martin Bakoli, he's the only one with a win over that man. You understand? Bars. Come on, people. Come on. Make this make sense. No, they're not going to do that. No. Like Oscar De La Hoya, it's called matchmaking. It's called matchmaking. You don't put Michael Hunter in there. He hunts. That's what he does. He hunts like he hunts cunts. Bars. Deontay Wilder looked the same physically, like you said. Doesn't look the same. No, he looks puny. He looks puny. He looks stressed. Deontay Wilder looks stressed out. He looks stressed. He looks like he's in a mess. He looks like he's living in less, trying to pass another test. Come on, somebody. Brother McMahon is in the building. He's only lost to Usyk. Wilder versus Ngannou will be sick. I think that's what he's going for. He wants something like that, like a whole African showdown. You know, him getting 15, 20 million apiece. You know, same for Ngannou. They split it up the middle. And they're, yeah, why not? I would love that. Love those guys to make that money. You know, and I hate it for Ngannou, man, because it kind of made me kind of sick to my stomach just then because, like, Ngannou's made the most money he's ever made, but then he loses his kid. That fucking sucks, dude. What do you do with that? Because all the money in the world you get, you won't, you know, you could have another child, but damn, that's not the point, is it? It's not the point. He doesn't even look 200 pounds. He must have an egg weight in his pocket. Jay Roos coming in with them jokes. It was somebody, you said something in your, what was that? Damn, what video I was looking at of yours, man? You said, damn, Richard Steele, yeah. It was like Jay Roos said, yeah, Richard Steele don't steal. Yeah, man. You know, I'll still tell you guys a story about Richard Steele. Richard Steele is known, if you guys don't know, Richard Steele is I don't understand this. He's a retired ref. What the fuck is he doing back? That's already a bad sign. I'm going to tell you that for one. But Richard Steele was he was like the Harvey Doc of the 90s, right? He was a referee, bald-headed, you know, referee, known for high profile fights. And he refereed the Julio Cesar Chavez versus, damn, what's my man's name from Philly? Damn, what's my man's name from Philly? Somebody help me out. Damn it. Chavez versus, what's that guy's name? Mildred Taylor. Thank you. Thank you, Jay Roos. So, the first fight, Mildred Taylor outboxed, outworked, outclassed Julio Cesar Chavez for 12 fucking rounds. Julio Cesar Chavez on the ass end. I mean the very last 15 seconds. Julio Cesar Chavez landed a shot that hurt Mildred Taylor, dropped Mildred Taylor. Mildred Taylor got up. Within 3 seconds remaining, Richard Steele called the fight off. So because he did that, people for years until he retired, every time they said, referee Richard Steele, boo, he got those boos. Does Mike Tyson beat Holyfield in his prime? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's all fantasy and I get it, because, you know, but I don't know, because Mike in his prime was just different. And Mike in his prime, Holyfield in his prime was a cruiserweight, light heavy cruiserweight. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe. I think he probably does, because because he was smaller, he was more athletic, you know. He had the mobility to deal with someone like Holyfield. Holyfield, it was more like Usyk, man. Usyk acclimated to the weight. He wasn't respected until he had to start kicking some major ass, and he went all the way to the top. That's exactly what Holyfield did. It's just Holyfield had so many different guys there, because unlike this generation of fighters, they actually fought back then. That's why when Lennox Lewis not fighting Riddick Bowe, that was a very big deal, because it normally never happened. You got the best fights. You got the Michael Moores versus Holyfields versus George Foreman's versus Moore. You had Tommy Morrison in the mix. You had Mike Tyson and everyone else, you know. You had these guys, Lennox Lewis. Who else you had back in those days, bro? You had everybody fighting everybody. So Usyk came up and spanked all these so-called big names. He did. John Jones, Stipe, Miocic, Saturday. David Tua. Yeah, I remember David Tua. Hasim Rahman. Damn, who's the Army guy that damn near killed, dude, I don't know what's going on, bro. I can't remember shit like I normally want to. I'm looking at this dude. Not Razor Ruddock, but what's the other guy's name that damn near killed Tommy Morrison? That fought Lennox Lewis. Most underrated boxer of all time, David Tua. Baffling, he was never world champ. He was not. Ray Mercer, thank you, bro. Ray Mercer. Ray Merciless Mercer. Now it's coming back to me. I don't know why I don't have these names. It's crazy. But, I mean, you had everyone fighting everyone. That's what we need now. See, we don't need to, hey, if this guy beats this other guy, then they can fight this champion. No, let all these guys fight each other. I'm tired of this elimination shit to a degree, because we're still missing matches that could still happen. Like, there's no reason that that Dillian White shouldn't have fought Ortiz 6-7 years ago. Kurt, you think about the 135-pound Floyd Kid Austin. Yeah. What do I think about him, Renee Padilla? Appreciate that love, brother. I don't know. I mean, he can come back. He can come back, bro. Dude, yeah, Ray Mercer versus David Tua would be a war. You know what I mean? Ika Barabucci was in there. Dude, you had so many of them heavyweights then, to the point where Look, you still had guys like Lawrence Clay Bay. You still had guys like Clifford, the Rhino ATN. You still had Lamont Brewster, sorry. Lamont Peterson. Yeah, Lamont Brewster. He was around at those times. So you had so many of these guys around. Tyrell Biggs, counterpunch to you. Jay in the building. I like fighting again after 15 years. Bro, after 15, bro, you better do your math. How about over 20? That dude ain't fought in over 2 decades. Get out of here. Get out of here. In 2005, he was a distant memory in 2005. In 2005 was 20 years ago. Come December or January, right? Come on, bro. That dude, it's been 5 years. He ain't been in the ring in over 20 years, over 2 decades, bro. Cut it out, knock it off. Tyrell Biggs is on crutches now. I saw him at the boxing gym in December. Yeah, that's sad, man. David Tua wrecked John Ruiz badly in the day. Yeah, he was the first. He gave John Ruiz his first loss. The quiet man. He hit John Ruiz so hard. John Ruiz didn't know where he was at. I mean, David Tua hit him, bro. That shot, ugh. You don't want to get hit with punches like that. Those type of punches change your life. I mean, they literally change your life. That shit kind of gives you PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. There you go. Kirk, Ika Barabucci versus Luis Ortiz now? Yes, now. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ortiz will fight anybody. They're looking for a fight. And it's sad for Luis Ortiz. Update on Luis Ortiz, people. Luis Ortiz is waiting for a fight. He can't get one because the guys that are fighting now, he's not worth fighting because he's either too dangerous or he's not, I repeat, he's not worth the risk. You know what I mean? He's not one of those guys that you can necessarily go in there and just knock around. He's not he's just not one of those dudes because he's still dangerous. See, Charles Martin was on his way of having a victory over his South-Paul stablemate, Luis Ortiz, until Ortiz hauled in from a punch from Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and he threw and landed that tornado on Charles Martin's face, and Charles Martin turned into a stone statue all about 5 seconds. And it was crazy, and it was scary. Somebody got hit that hard, and they stand still, bow! That's scary. That, man, he got hit hard, bro. And people see that shit, they're like, man, I don't want to end up like that dude. They could be whooping, they whoop him, knock him down 2 or 3 times. He hurt Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz, bro. Think of Andy Ruiz in Joshua 1, the first Joshua fight versus the fight with Luis Ortiz. Andy Ruiz was trying to retreat because Luis Ortiz wanted some more. His eye was all fucked up, all rolling back, but he still wanted to come. Bro, that you don't need, like, that's why he can't get a fight. Luis Ortiz can't get a fight because he's too old, he's too dangerous, and he's not worth the risk. So it's sad. So he can't get a fight. So in essence, he's kind of like where he used to be. He was avoided. People didn't want none of that smoke because they knew that big ass Cuban is mean. He talks shit. He wants to hurt you. He's ready to fight. He has to take care of his family. He defected from Cuba, and that's what all he knows how to really do. This dude ain't a carpenter on the side or, a tobacco roller on the side. All he knows how to do is fight. Fight, fight, fight. And when Luis Ortiz gets tired, he fights some more. Well, what happened to Brazil? Brazil's retired. Otto Eileen retired him. He took a 2-year layoff after getting flatlined by Wilder back in 2019. Then fought Otto Eileen. He ain't fought since. He's done. He was a big, sloppy, slouchy ass heavyweight anyway. Let's just be real. He was slower. He was slow as molasses in the wintertime, which means he was slower than that. His jab couldn't break wind. Wilder flatlined him, and then he wanted to have some kind of beef with Wilder. Wilder got his ass straight, though. Big up Wilder. Charles Martin fights Saturday in Frisco. Good for him. What is it on, J. Roos? What is it on? Yeah, I heard Charles is making his comeback fight this weekend. It ain't against Wilder. Wilder needs a comeback fight. Deontay Wilder needs a comeback fight. ESPN, really? That's different. Poor PBC. But hey, you know what? Shout out to the guys and the people that were able to transition over without being too proud or, you know, let their egos get in the way. Because you remember those PBC guys were like misguided, hypnotized puppets, right? They were like dudes that never didn't want to do anything or have anything to do with any other network besides PBC, Fox, or Showtime. You remember that? Now you got Kate Abdu. She was Fox. She's now DAZN. Sean Porter, you can't keep him off of DAZN, Mike. Who else? Keith Thurman, he's there. Keith Thurman, you know, when he resurfaces, if he's not doing another damn bicep surgery, hell, he's supposed to be in debt with all the damn surgeries he had. That dude had so many surgeries, you're looking at it like, dang, dude, how many surgeries you gonna have? Who wins, Charles Martin versus Derek Chisora? Probably Derek Chisora, because Derek Chisora knows how to get close to you, and he knows how to punch. He's a clubber. He's a brawler. You know what I mean? It's either two things are gonna happen with Derek Chisora. One, you're gonna knock him out and catch him. And if you got the power, you can stop him. But you got to knock him out. Or two, he's going to knock you out. There's only one, are you going to fight him until one of you get, are you going to have a real nasty, so three options. He's going to knock you out, you knock him out, or you're going to have a nasty ass scrap as long as that fight lasts. That's all going to happen. Chisora's chin is solid. Yeah, okay. So is Dillian White's fist. Because Dillian White was the last person that knocked him out. Also, Luis Ortiz should have fought Jared Anderson in LA rather than the destruction that Bacall gave him, even if it was a good match to see where Jared was at it. Would be nice to see him get it. Well, here's the thing. Jared, people, you shouldn't feel sorry for Jared Anderson, nor Bob Arum, even though Bob Arum is trying to talk shit. Let me reiterate something to you guys, okay? Jared Anderson got too greedy. He got too ambitious due to the greed, okay? He already thought that he was the best around. So that wasn't the issue. The problem was he went against counsel. And the council went against their own council when the money was introduced. He did it for the bread, people. He did it for the change, the cheddar, the check. He did that for that reason, and that reason only. He went on and took on Bacall because he thought he was some big, dumb African. Hey, I can win. He thought he was one of those cats, and he wasn't. That's what happened. He could have fought Luis Ortiz. You're right. He could have fought Luis Ortiz, but guess what? He probably was only going to get $250,000, $300,000. What does that mean in American money? $300,000. Let's see, he would have got $300K. That means he would have probably came home with $160,000. He wanted more than that. When Turki Al-Sheikh offered him M's, he was like, there's no way I'm gonna change this shit. I'm not gonna look, I'm gonna shut Martin McCauley up. He's talking all that shit about him knocking out and stopping big names of today. I'm gonna put an end to this shit. I'm gonna be the savior of boxing, because this dude, for one, he's talking about what he did in sparring. You don't supposed to do that no way. And for two, you know, he got beat by Michael Hunter, and I think I can whoop Michael Hunter. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that fight, take these 3 or 4 or 5 M's or whatever he made, right? And put this shit to rest. It didn't go the way he thought it was gonna go. Skrilla 50 in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Kurt, have you played the new Undisputed video game yet? If so, what are your thoughts? I haven't played it yet. I'm getting a PlayStation 5, and then we're all gonna play it together. Because I'm gonna look, I'm gonna have it. We're gonna go live. We're gonna have some fun. Then I want people to challenge me on the game when I learn the dynamics and the controls. Because I'm a button masher. I'm not a joystick dude. So when I learn the controls and know how to throw a punch and lean and bob and weave and protect, I will fight whoever the hell wants to challenge me on Undisputed. And we're gonna go hard and we're gonna go live and we're gonna do it often. Okay. Chisora is the best he has fought. Okay, Skrilla 50, you got it. I'll challenge you as well. I look forward to the challenge. Kurt bigging up the Yank losers. Okay. Kurt, you probably walked about 4 miles. Probably. Yeah, probably about 4 miles. Yeah, I do that, dude. I mean, I ate too much, so I just walk about 4 or 5 miles. Like, so at nighttime, like if I go to bed early or something like that, I'll get up and walk. Because I worked out today, and I messed up the workout because I ate bad, you know? And I shouldn't have done that. I was just gonna eat some cereal. Well, that cereal turned into like, oh, hey, here, have some turkey bacon. And then, hey, have some mayonnaise on the turkey bacon sandwich. And then, hey, I had an ice cream bar and I ate a half a candy bar. And then I felt like a fat pig. So, Kevin Ladena rocked him though. I prefer underrated fighters. Hey, you know what I did love? Fight Night Champion. See, Fight Night Champions was the best game that I've played. If it had more fighters, more downloadable content, right? If they had more of that, it would be perfect because it was uncensored. It did, you know, it had blood, it had gore, it had guts, it had graphic violence, it had everything you could possibly want. You know what I mean? Like, not everything, but it had enough. Andre Bishop's storyline was lit. Shout out to my boy Demon Webster in the building. He said, because I let him play it, because remember they came out with Fight Night Round 4. And that was with Mike Tyson on it, you know? And it was real smooth. And then they came out with Champions, and he was like, man, they ain't gonna be better than Champions. They ain't gonna be better than Champions. And I'm like, dude, yeah, it's better. It's better. I mean, he said it ain't gonna be better than 4. It ain't gonna be better than 4. Look. It ain't gonna be better than 4. And I'm like, listen, it's gonna be better than 4 because it's off the chain. So I let him hold it. And he started playing, and he played the story mode. Demon Webster, my boy, played the story mode. He called me. He was like, man, this shit cold. That storyline, what? I love that storyline, bro. I ain't gonna play. I ain't gonna front. This shit cold, man. This shit cold. So yeah, definitely. Fight Night 2004 was my favorite. I didn't really like Knockout Kings. Man, it's all in the game. How you get a dame, it's just not all the same. Play us if you feel my pain. Huh? I used to love that, man. That's like 99, 2000. Because 2000 came out in 99. Knockout Kings came out in 98. Because, you know, I remember the chicks I was dating at the time. That's how I can remember. Because I remember Oscar De La Hoya was on the front of Knockout Kings right before he lost to Felix Trinidad. Great. Scotland in the chat. T Swift. Counterpunch to you, brother. Scotland in the building. Big up. Big up. I hated the music on the Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Fight Night. Yeah, the first one. But they're gonna, you know, they had like David Banner. We gonna walk it. Oh, we gonna talk it. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was actually 2004. Fight Night came out. That was pretty good. David Hayes' most famous line. Yeah, your mom. Yeah, your mom. You remember when he glossed Derek Chisora? He glassed Derek. You know, Derek Chisora was pretty dangerous, man. He's spitting people's face, and you know, and David Hay was sitting there talking shit at him. Yeah, I think you need to go ahead. Think you need to go ahead. And, you know, Derek Chisora, why don't you make me? Why don't you make me go ahead? Why don't you make me, yeah? Why don't you make me go ahead, yeah? Why don't you make me? Bow, bow, bow. Man, he glossed me. David, hey, I'm going to shoot you. He glossed me. David, hey, I am going to shoot you. Yeah, he was pissed, bro. Chisora was pissed. That was crazy too, man. The little Sam was all cut open. He glossed me. Big up Kurt, greetings from South Wales in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Yeah, good times. Tripod action. Chisora was a loose cannon back then. Yeah, he was crazy as shit. He was a crazy mother sucker, right? Okay, guys, so I'm about to end the chat, but before ending the chat, we got to check out the stats, the votes in. You think I should go see Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul live? 77% says yes, 23% says no. So the poll, we have to go with the poll, 77%. So I will make arrangements. And matter of fact, I just have to take a call that concerns going to D-Town to possibly watch Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. You guys have been awesome. I think the middle level fighters, Otto Weiland, Dillian White, maybe Joe Joyce, is the ideal fighters that Deontay Wilder should fight. Those are the three I have. So I'm getting off of here, but you guys can tell me in the comments below when you rewatch this or you haven't watched this before the live stream. Tell me who do you think Deontay Wilder should fight on his comeback fight. You guys be blessed. Enjoy your Wednesday. And I will Dion W for 25 months. Counterpunch Silver in the building. Still got that shout out though, bro. And everybody will be counterpunched. I will be live tomorrow for the final press conference between Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. It's going down this weekend, this Friday, and tomorrow. We're going live all weekend long. Be good. And everyone has been counterpunched. Peace.